Hello everyone! In this video, I'll show you how to make an electrical panel like this, which you can control using your mobile phone. The panel just plugs into a socket, and after that, any device can be plugged into its socket. There's a SIM card installed inside the panel, and you just need to call its number. And as you can see, the socket turned on. To turn it off, you need to call this number again. Everything works, and now watch how to make this device. The first thing we need is an 8-module box. By the way, I make these devices to order. If you're interested, you can write to me on Telegram or in the comments. You need to drill a hole at the bottom of the box and install a cable gland there. With this device, you will be able to remotely turn on the heating, water heater or some kind of pump. Now you need to install a 25 amp circuit breaker in the panel. After the circuit breaker, there is a 12 volt power supply unit which is installed on a DIN rail. Then the outlet is installed. After the outlet, there is a green signal lamp. And the last thing to install is a 25 amp contactor so that you can control powerful devices. Next, our panel will need a GSM module. You need to attach the antenna to it right away, and after that, insert the SIM card. To insert the SIM card, you need to carefully open the tray on the inside of the module. Take the SIM card and insert it so that the cutoff corner is facing toward the antenna. Close the tray and place this module into the panel. I will secure it using double-sided tape. You need to run a 3-core cable through the cable gland. Strip the insulation from each wire and crimp a wire end ferrule onto it. After crimping, we move on to the wiring. Connect the brown wire to the input of the circuit breaker. Connect the grounding wire to the grounding contact of the socket. Off camera, I made a jumper that needs to be connected to the output of the circuit breaker in order to feed the hot wire to the power supply, the socket, the green indicator lamp and the contactor coil. In the video, I show everything in detail so that you can assemble this device yourself, but if you still can't manage, you can order it from me. For this, write in the comments or message me on Telegram. See you! There are 2 connectors on the GSM module. They need to be disconnected. To the connector with 3 contacts, you need to connect the 3rd wire that we brought in to the middle pin, which is the neutral. To the contact labeled No, you need to connect a piece of wire. After that, connect the connector back to the GSM module. You need to add a jumper to the wire coming from the NO contact. After that, connect it to the signal lamp. You need to add another piece of wire to the jumper and connect all of this to the contactor. One wire is connected to the coil and the other to the normally open contact of the relay. The other terminal of the relay's normally open contact is connected to the socket. You need to connect the second connector with 2 pieces of wire to the GSM module. This connector is used to supply 12 volts of power. After that, the wires from the connector need to be connected to the output of the power supply, blue to minus, brown to plus. You need to connect a plug to the cable we ran. This is how everything turned out. You can pause and see what is connected and where. Now we close the lid, screw in the screws and move on to testing it ourselves. We connect the panel to the outlet, then attach a load. For example, I'm using a light bulb, but you can connect a much more powerful device to it since it has a 25 amp contactor installed. Now we dial the number set in the GSM module and the device turns on. When it's turned on, the green light also lights up, indicating that the socket is now powered. To turn off the socket, you need to dial the set number again. As you can see, everything works perfectly. With this kind of panel, you can control heating, a boiler, or any other electrical devices. And you can also turn this socket on or off using SMS messages. There are special commands for this in the GSM module manual. By the way, if someone else calls or sends a message to the number set in the panel, nothing will happen because they're not in the database. You first need to link the number of the person who has the right to control this device, and there can be up to 200 such numbers. In general, as you can see, everything works perfectly. Again, if you want to order this device from me, write in the comments or message me on Telegram. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye everyone.